Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing today? I hope everybody's awesome. Thank you for coming out. We definitely appreciate it. Nice to see everybody. Let me get these last couple of finishing touches done here, and then we should be pretty much ready to rock and roll. All right, thank you for being here. Let me try something here. Where's that thing at? All right. What's up, Ace? What's up, Stacks? What's up, William D? What's up, Melon? Eddie? Nice to see you guys. Mike M, how's it going? All right, sorry about that. Let me find the streaming software so I can get everything up on the screen. I gotta go start our wild card. All right, there we go. But bam, my face is probably way too big. I mean, my face is huge today. Why is my face so big? My face is gigantic, man. My ugly face is taking up a lot of the screen there. Wild card. I need to go start that thing. Jedi, what's up, man? Eddie, good to see you guys. I think me and Melon are going to come up with a plan for some live streaming stuff here. We need to come up with a good plan for it first, but we might have some interesting live streams coming up with some interesting live racing info and stuff like that, maybe. All right, collect. Let's go and grab this stuff. I'm supposed to be activating the card, not collecting stuff. I get so sidetracked so quickly these days. All right, wild card, there it is. Bam. Let's start that thing up. Here we are. That is ready to rock and roll. All right. Jedi's just chilling. Nice. Can't complain about that, you know. Chilling like a villain, right? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Let me shrink myself down a little bit. There we go. That looks like a good size. And yeah. All right. Now, somebody the other day was asking about live racing in a faster lobby. Is that person here? Was that Slick? Who was that? I can't remember who asked about that, but I did say I would run like an 8.0 lobby or something, so I think maybe we'll grab an 8.0 car and go into the 8.0 lobby today. We're going to grab a car that should run right around 8.0. I reset the car and everything just for this whole thing, so we'll see how it goes. I got to find my on-screen keyboard. Where's it at? There it is. It's hiding. So the RWB, if I can get it to work, RWB right there. Let's reset that thing. All right, get on out of here. All right, Neven, what's going on, my friend? I'm not sure if I changed the parts or just the tune. I'm going to change the whole thing. I think I ran some races, but we're going to make sure the car is reset. Yeah, I completely tried to reset everything, so we're going to max this thing back out. Now, this is not the world's best live racing car, but I actually don't remember. I think it did decent, like somewhat decent maxed out, which is surprising because most maxed out cars aren't that good, but I'm pretty sure this one's all right. Let's go tune this thing. All right, Silent, how's your day going, my man? I think we want 8 psi down here, and I think 2.0. That's going to put us in the 7. Let's go for a 7.8 lobby, maybe. 7.880, 861. I think 7.8 gets you right outside of the, I think that's right outside of the super max right there. 7.801. All right, that's where we're going to go then. 7.8. That was actually the requested lobby, I do believe. I think they said 7.7, but to be safe, we'll run in a 7.8 lobby and see how it goes. I don't know if this is going to be easier for you guys to find me or not, but we're going to try it out today and see how it goes. NPUE, Noop, how you doing today? Could I show you a good live racing setup for T4? All right, so all right, here's the deal. Every car is very different. All right, if you watch one of my how to drive videos on one of the cars you have, if I found a good live racing setup for it, I normally put them on those videos. But there's 1,500 cars in the game. I don't know what you have or anything like that, so I can't just grab a car and be like, hey, do this, you know? Plus, your parts may or may not even match. I'm not really sure, but did that. Just go to YouTube, like whatever tier 4 cars you do have, just go to YouTube, type in Danny Lightning in the name of the car, and you should find a video for that car that goes over it. And not all cars have a good live racing setup. Some do, some don't. That's the thing, right? But if I do find a good live racing setup for a car, I always put that on the how to drive videos. All right, we got our first person right here. What is he driving? That doesn't really look, that color does not make that Corvette look like a Corvette. All right, let's see if we can win this. Probably not. I expect to get destroyed by this car. This is an excellent car, so I don't think I'm going to win this one. Yeah, let me go ahead and slow down and sandbag it. Okay, did anybody put the lobby down? I don't know if they did or not. Nobody put the lobby time. If you put the lobby time, I will pin that, but we should be in like the 7.8 lobby, I do believe. All right, Dark, you're liking your Legends Mustang. That's awesome, my man. Up, Neven is taking a break from CSR. Oh no, we got Melon in the McLaren F1. Holy crap, Ole. I don't know what's going on, my man, but yeah. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, nitrous. And it didn't quite do what I wanted it to right there. So Melon's going to probably destroy me. So I'm going to run nice and slow here. Why not? Nice slow run. Dark put 7.8 lobby there. We'll go ahead and pin his. Let me pin that comment. Bam. All right. Neven's got exams coming up. Yeah, you definitely want to focus on that for sure. Oh, crap. Sandwiches. Dark says, don't use any force on me. Dark, I'm not sure what you mean, my man. All right, EKT's got this crazy looking Nissan Skyline here with the cow catcher on the front. Oh man, that's a crazy looking body kit. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, nitrous. The car is driving a little bit weird with this tune on it, so yeah. It's definitely not the world's greatest live racer, but it ran 8.0. So it's not even hitting the 7.8 times. It's running 8 zeros, guys. Dark says it's 4 p.m. It's 9 a.m. here, so we got a pretty big difference in times, I would say. Pretty big difference indeed. I don't remember what setup I had on this that was winning live races, but I don't think it was this one, because yeah, we're running right at 8-0 and we should be in the 7-8 lobby, so the current tune is not beating the dyno time. I mean, I did change the tune up a little bit, so that might be the issue. Alright, Noop wants to know, what is a down tune? Alright, so some people... crab sandwiches. So a down tune is a way to make your car pretty much lose all of the EVO points, but it will also beat the dyno time by sometimes a few or several seconds. Down tuning is not something I really get into, or not something I've ever really learned how to do, because it's not something I like, but I feel like down tuning is almost cheating in a lot of ways. They're very unfair tunes that a lot of people use to rob new players of money, so I don't like down tuning. It's not something I'm into. Alright, Dark, you don't like this Porsche? I actually do like it a lot for some reason. I think it's a pretty cool Porsche. Stacks, how's your day going today? Alright, we got the... Hold on, let's do it to it. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, go! If people didn't use down tunes in live racing to, you know, pretty much take money from other players, I wouldn't mind it so much, but I think that's a rotten way to do things, for the most part. Back when I first started, I learned how to down tune one car, and I went in there and I did that a couple times, and I felt really crappy, so I never did it again. What's up, Jamie? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. EKT, yeah, the game always disconnects, man. It's not your fault. It's the game's fault. Yeah, sometimes, you know, new players will quit after somebody just destroys them and takes 200,000 bucks from them on a down tune. So it's not a good way to make the newer players feel welcome in the game, right? So that guy... What was I gonna say? I'm not sure. Anyways, Morphic, hello. Good to see ya. But yeah, this game has been really wacky and wonky. Alright, Khalid. Alright, Kenny says for the W16 World Record event, you're going to need both the W16 and the World Record Edition. I think we have what? Do we have 2 W16s now, or do we have 3? Is the World Record Edition the second or the third W16? I can't remember. William D said, if you have to down tune, you have little skill in driving your car. That or your car just sucks. Oh man, come on, game. I'm not going to win any live races at this point. This car is not good. I think I'm going to sneeze. Pineapple. Don't worry. Oh boy. That was not pleasant. Oh man. I'm sorry. Alright, that was a terrible run. That sneeze ruined everything, man. William D says the world record one will be the third. That's what I thought. I'm assuming the world record one's going to be good because the other W16s are awesome. So hopefully they're going to be amazing. We'll find out. Oh, man. Papinub, how you doing today? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And cool, we got somebody who wants to swap, so hopefully they don't disconnect here. Noob says, yep, I got robbed by a person that had been down-tuned. He ran like 5.5 or less in a drag. Wait, 5.5s? Does anything in the game run 5.5s? That might have been a cheater. I don't think 5.5 is possible, is it? Somebody was probably hacking or cheating if they were running 5.5s, because that's not a normal time. Maybe in the 7.5s, but if you saw somebody seriously running 5.5s, that was no car in the game is capable of doing that. None. None. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Jamie says, I got some prizes from the pit stop, and now I have some prizes inbox, but when I go to claim them, it says inventory is full. All right, so what are they? Are they universal parts? You can only hold so many universal parts, so you might have to spend some to collect the new ones. It's kind of crappy that they do that, but yeah, you're only there are certain things in the game where you can only hold so many. So there's a limit on universal parts. There's a limit on, I think, the amount of elite tuners tokens you can have and everything else. So you probably got to go spend whatever that is to collect the new ones. That would be my guess. I don't remember the limit. My understanding is iOS and Android both have different limits, which is crazy if that's true. But supposedly people on iOS can hold more elite tokens than people on Android. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have both to try it out, but supposedly that's the deal, which is kind of rotten if that's the case. Hopefully that's not the case, but it very well could be. But yeah, I think those are the only things we have a limit on are universal parts, universal upgrades, and elite tokens. I think those are the only 3 things in the game that we have a limit on. Everything else, I think you can collect as many as you want. What's up, Baby Yoda? How you doing today? Oh, Melon's got a Venom F5 over there. Those cars are pretty crazy. Those cars are super crazy. They're scary cars, that's for sure. Very scary. But yeah, I don't know. I think you should be able to hold as many as you can get. They shouldn't put limits on anything. I think that's kind of lousy that we have limits on stuff, but it kind of is what it is, I guess. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I do like this car. It's not the best car in the game by any means, but for some weird reason, I still like it. Kenny says we're getting a rerun on the festive event. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how many different events they actually rerun. I mean, in some ways it's good that they do reruns. That way, if you didn't get a chance to get a car or weren't able to finish something, you can always have another chance to do it. So reruns aren't too bad, I'm sure. I mean, in my opinion. I think they're kind of cool in a way. I like the reruns. Most of the time I never finish the first time or the rerun anyways, but what can you do? What can you do? Alright, Noob says you can hold 10,000 elite tokens in iOS, I believe. My understanding is 10,000 greens is also on Android, but I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. But I think different colors have a different limit as well. Like, I think you can hold more greens than blues, or more greens than pinks, if I understand it correctly. Dean says, had 43,000 greens, 22,000 blues, and 600 gold for years. Really? All right. That's a crazy amount right there. That is a crazy amount right there. Kenny says 15,000 greens. I would not mind getting all of those tokens, to tell you the truth. I'd be all about it. Hey, we got Max the Gamer in the house. What's up, Max? How's your day going, my man? Max the Gamer. Max the Gamer. All right. All right, Jamie, you enjoy saving silver keys? Most people hate it because they want to spend them. It's nice to have a lot of silver keys saved up. Yeah, a lot of people don't have enough patience to actually save them, which is sad, but you know, everybody's different. So that's actually good if you like saving them, because that will be better off for you in the long run. If you can save them, that'll definitely be your best bet. If you can do it, that'll make life a lot easier in a lot of different ways. All right, Melon, good swaps, buddy. Good swaps, good swaps. Back to the lobby we go. I don't enjoy saving silver keys, but I enjoy having a bunch saved up. Winpoo says, I think these silver keys are the most useful. Sorta. I mean, in a way they are. I mean, silver and gold are both just as useful, but if you want to do the Prestige Cup every season, then I guess the silver is the better option. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Oh, they slowed down and I won. I don't know if they let me win or what, but... Ah, Tabanub's brand new to the game, so you just started, you're at level 26. Yeah, you know, this is one of those deals where this game takes a while to get moving, but I've been playing for, what, 8 years now? So I've been playing this game for a really long time, but I do remember my first several months. You know, you get off to a slow start. You got to get on there, you play the game, you run your daily races, you do some live racing. It's a lot of fun. But, you know, you gotta have a lot of patience in this game and make sure you spend enough time playing to earn your resources and your keys and everything. Papanub, I'm glad you're enjoying the info so far. That's awesome. Thanks for watching my videos. What's up, Jay? I'm not sure how you say that. J-O, J-O-A-O. Hello, hello. Welcome to the game. And welcome to my live stream and the YouTube channel and everything in between. All right, I'm new to the game. Why do you guys do swaps in live racing? So a lot of people really like to swap, right? Some people, it's just kind of like an easy, quick way to earn game cash and respect points and stuff. I mean, once you connect to somebody and you can just sit there and trade back and forth and the game's not disconnecting. I mean, sometimes I'll spend an hour just trying to get 10 races in on a, because, you know, you try and challenge people and they refuse, or you try and challenge people and they disconnect, and sometimes it can take quite a while to just sit there and run through one tank of gas on live racing. But if you swap with somebody, it's just kind of like, all right, we're connected, and now we can just sit there and race back and forth, and life is easy, basically. It's a big time saver. It helps your crew earn points and stuff like that. So I mean, there are a few disadvantages, like you're going to use a lot more gas, but you know, it's guaranteed points, guaranteed easiness. It's just kind of nice, relaxing. Hopefully that makes sense. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't remember whose turn it is to win, so I guess I'll go nice and slow on this one. Dean says, when race pass gets you with side by side, get 3 cars from gold crates. That hurts. Yeah, you know, if I got a thing from the race pass that was trying to make me spend my keys like that, I would not do it. I would say no thank you. I am not spending my gold keys just to do a race pass. That's the one thing I really dislike about race pass. It is designed to try and make you spend all your resources. Alright, Kenny says, I hated the 911 Targa 4 GTS 992. It is not a good Porsche and a good tier 5. Thank goodness the next PC car is more better. I'll tell you what, that Porsche Targa is decent at best, I guess you would say. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's there. It's a car. It's a car. Alright, Winpoo says, bronze is more important than silver keys when it comes to the event. What event, Winpoo? I don't know what you mean by the event. I mean, bronze is good because you can get parts for any car with it, or most any car. As long as it's not purple star cars, and then you're kind of like stuck. Three, 2, 1, go. But the majority of cars in this game are not the greatest cars in the world, as most of you guys probably already know. MCOC for 10. Cabanub says, I've been in MCOC for 10. I'm not sure what that means, actually. So the Targa can beat the dyno time. I think you can tune that to beat the dyno if you know what you're doing with it, but it's not necessarily a great car though. Unfortunately, you know, some cars are good and some cars are, well, not so good. I wish they would add more good cars to the game and less bad cars. That would be great. Oh, Contest of Champions. You know what? Some of those things in this game I did years ago. I don't even really remember what Contest of Champions is. I don't even remember ever doing that. I mean, I probably did, but as a new player, you know, that was so long ago. I wish I had a better memory. Like years ago, I probably would have known exactly what you were talking about, but yeah. Contest of Champions. I don't even recall that. I wonder if I ever made a video on whatever that is. I don't know. Contest of Champions. I need to get a memory upgrade for my brain, guys and gals. I need a brain memory upgrade, guys and gals. I really do. Three, two, one, go. But even like Legends and Tempest and stuff, you know, it was so long ago when I did that. There's only so much I actually remember about it. I really wish I would have been able to, you know, I don't think I was making videos for this game when I did Tempest. I really wish I could have recorded it all and got the whole thing on video, but yeah, next PC car is going, it looks like it's going to be a McLaren. Oh, a Marvel fighting game. I thought you were talking about something in CSR. Gotcha. I've seen the Contest of Champions. I've never played it. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I understand what you're referring to. William D says you need to clear the cache for your brain. How am I supposed to do that? I need instructions because I don't know how to do it. Please explain, because I could definitely use clearing the cache, but I don't know how to do it. Peppa Nub says I'm old too, don't worry. Yeah, when you get older, your memory gets worse, I think. 3, 2, 1, go. But one thing about this game is that there's so much stuff, there's so many things going on, there's so many like events and this and that and the other thing, like it's crazy. You could probably write an entire novel, a 3,000-page book on how to play this game. Look at my storage for what, Dean? Look, what am I looking for? Fat thumbs, yeah. I got that too. Are you talking my brain storage or the game storage? Because I don't think I think my brain storage is full. It filled up a while ago and will, you know. Kenny keeps getting green for something. Oh, the McLaren? I like green. I mean, it depends on the shade of green, but I love green. Green's one of my favorite colors. Green and orange. Love them both. They're super awesome. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 12 nitrous. Oh, it was my turn to win. I'm sorry. I thought I was supposed to lose that one. Thank you. It's hard to read the chat, talk, and pay attention to the live racing as well. All right, 10 silver keys. Perfect. I will take it. I drink, you know what? Coffee doesn't help my memory at all. I drink plenty of coffee in the morning, and my memory does not improve. So I get out of bed, I brew up some coffee, and then I sit down in my chair and I start making videos. That's my morning routine right there. Like if I got game footage recorded, you know, sometimes I have game footage recorded, sometimes I don't, but in the morning I record whatever I need to record to finish it or even make the video, and then do all my editing. Editing is a pain in the butt. Yeah, multitasking is not easy, that's for sure. Alright, how to play CSR on a computer. If you're an Android player, you can download an Android emulator like BlueStacks, but if you're on iOS, as far as I know, there's no possible way. But this game is only made for Android and iOS, so you would have to get some sort of program to play it on your computer if you want to play it on your computer. William D has a coffee IV drip. That cannot be good for you right there. That would be very bad for you. Problem is, coffee is dehydrating. I think coffee will make you nice and dehydrated. I've been feeling a little dehydrated for the last couple of days, so I'm trying to cut back on the coffee a little bit. And drink more water. My problem with coffee is I love it too much. It's very addicting. They do say too much of it's bad for you though. Like a couple of cups a day is supposedly good for you. A whole bunch of it a day is bad for you, they say. It'll actually shrink your brain and make your brain smaller. Is that true? I don't know, but I've heard that. Maybe that's my problem. I drink so much coffee, my brain is shrunken. I wouldn't be surprised. Hunter says, how do you beat Tempest 1 Tier 1 Volkswagen GTI Mark 1? Alright, so in order to beat Tempest, it's really simple for the most part. This is the simple answer. Get a car that's capable of running faster than the boss, and then put enough parts on that car, and then you need to tune that car and shift it properly. So the amount of parts, your shift pattern, and your tune are the three things that have to be on point. Plus the car needs to be capable of running faster than the boss when it has enough parts on it. So that's really all there is to it, right? Booster Insure. I'm not sure that's going to fix your memory, unfortunately. You know, I actually got a whole bunch of that Insure on sale. I bought a whole bunch of it. I drank Insure every day for months, and I never felt any different or better. It's normally too expensive to buy, though. But, you know, for Tempest 1, the Volkswagen Golf, that you can get the Tier 1 Volkswagen Golf is a very good choice because it's easier to get parts for than a lot of cars. And it's fast enough to beat the bosses, but you do pretty much need to have it maxed out. William D says ginseng. Yeah, I don't know if that would actually help or not, to tell you the truth. I think I've taken ginseng before and never noticed a difference. A lot of people, though, say that stuff is really great for memory. William D says, they gave me coffee in the hospital after my heart attack. Did they really? Like, seriously? I wouldn't imagine they would want to give you caffeine after a heart attack. Was it decaf or what? Alright, you're trying to beat the Tier 3 boss with the BMW M23. What, the little 235i or whatever? You got to get some elite parts on that one in order to do it, but now that they've added those extra elite parts onto that car can do it. One thing about this game, though, is you got to have some patience, right? You don't want to just hop on there and try and do everything right now. You want to kind of you want to run through stuff slowly at your own pace, right? If you're in a big rush, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to mess things up, you're going to lose the boss cars. First off, none of the boss cars are even good anymore. I mean, there was a time in this game where the boss cars were pretty cool, or at least some of them. But at this point, right, the boss cars are really old, they're outdated, they're not even good. I mean, there is a couple that I like, right? I do like some of the little tier 1 boss cars. You know, I do like the Sesto Elemento, but besides a very small handful of boss cars, most of them are terrible, so I wouldn't be in any big hurry to get through there and win all those boss cars, because there's more important things you can focus on, like Tempest. I mean, like Elite Tuners, for example, some of the Elite Tuners cars are excellent, and you get a lot of those for free. I think as a newer player, if I were to start the game over again, I wouldn't even bother to do the boss races for a long time. I would wait till I've been playing for a while and I had a bunch of fast cars, and then I would go run through that and knock it out of the way. But I would be worried about doing Elite Tuners and stuff like that and getting some of those really cool Elite Tuners cars. And the bosses, I would probably wait a year or so. You know, I wouldn't do the bosses right away. But if I were to start a new account, I'm guessing it would probably take me 6 months to a year to have enough cars that were fast enough. I could be wrong. Maybe things are different. Now, back when I first started playing, there were only so many cars in the game and parts were much harder to get than they are now. So I bet, you know what, I bet I could beat Tempest 3 in a few months now if I started over, if I put enough time into playing the game and use my keys and resources very wisely. But wait, you can't get honey from eating bees? Are you sure? Aren't the bees covered in honey? Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. But when I first started it, the first couple of months, you know, I gained a few things here, gained a few things there, got some really cool cars. I think I beat Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 pretty quickly, but I think Tempest 3 was something that took me about, I think it was 8 or 9 months into playing when I was finally able to beat Tempest 3. Getting enough tier 5 cars fast enough took a while, but things are a lot different now and probably easier to get parts for your cars, so. All hail the Danny. Alright, Infast, thank you, buddy. I'm probably going to go out to the lobby and give somebody else a chance. There's probably some people in here wanting to race me. I think we've been swapping for quite a while now, so I do want to say thank you. I do appreciate it, so a couple more races here. I'll let him get one more win here if he challenges me back, and then back out to the lobby. Casper, how's your day going? Hope you guys are all amazing today. Thank you all for coming out to my live stream. I really do appreciate it. If anybody hasn't subscribed to the channel yet, you know, if you want YouTube to notify you when I make new videos and streams, just subscribe and hit that little bell and set the notifications all on the bell, and it should tell you anytime we make new videos or streams or anything. 3, 2, 1, bam! But no, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching my videos and everything else. Alright, we are going back out to the live racing lobby. What's up, Bad Daddy-O? How you doing today? Sleepy says, no bees vomited. Put honey to another bee, so bee honey is vomit. I saw it from Zach D Films. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it is basically like bee vomit, so it's kind of gross, but Alright, Joven wants to know what car to use for tier 2 challenges. So I don't know what you have, but my favorite cars for if you're trying to beat the Tempest bosses or just the bosses in general. Alright, so the little BMW 235i is the easiest car to get that can do it, but you do need to put some elite upgrades and stuff on it to make it fast enough. The tier 2 Porsche Boxster is one of my favorites. You do need to have that car very highly upgraded. If you're lucky enough to grab the Mazda Miata Rocket Bunny, my understanding is that car can do it on stage 5 parts only, and you don't even need any stage 6. So that's probably the easiest tier 2 car to do it. I know there's a Rocket Bunny Volkswagen GTI. I can't remember if that car is tier 2 or tier 3, but I know that's another good car for Tempest, depending on if that's tier 2 or tier 3. But those are the ones that come to mind offhand for tier 2. Daniel Lake says 250 GTO. If I remember correctly, I think that car is eligible, capable of beating Tempest. I think. I've heard people say that they've done it with that car, but I'm not 100% sure. B-Spit. Joven's from Serbia. He says, greetings from Serbia. Greetings from the United States, I guess. Greetings from me. How about that? That's better. Greetings and salutations. Alright, Joven says, Reddit gave me advice to choose the 300 SL. You know what, my understanding is the 300 SL is a pretty cool car, but the problem with Legends cars, that's a Legends car, right? The problem with Legends cars is you gotta restore those things before you can use them or even tune them, so... You know, I don't know, it might be an okay car. I've never really done much with the 300 SL. But that's the only thing about Legends cars is you gotta restore them first. That's why I don't really recommend a Legends cars or Elite Tuners cars or anything for the most part, because you gotta do a lot of extra work to make those fast enough. Alright, Kenny says the Rocket Bunny GTR is a tier 2 3-star car. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, Kenny. I couldn't remember if that one was tier 2 or tier 3, but yeah, that one should do it. That one should do it. Alright, we gotta disconnect. Alright, Infast, I'm sorry, buddy, but we just swapped for probably like who knows how long. Alright, we got Stacks in the Bugatti. I wonder if I have that Bugatti. I don't think I do. The Trebillion. The Tourbillon. I'm not a big fan of light blue, but that actually looks nice in that color. The dark and the light blue go really nice together on that Bugatti. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! We are off to the races, and I think his car is going to destroy my slow live racer. So I'm going to go nice and slow. There we go, ba-bam. I actually need to pee here pretty soon, so I'm going to need to run to the restroom. I think I had too much coffee this morning. Too much darn coffee. Oh god, Sleepy says they eat mama's poop. Koala. Yeah, I've actually heard that before. I don't know if it's true, but I have heard that. That sounds awful. The good news is we don't have to eat it. Alright, Jamie's done over 5,000 daily races. Are you talking about the daily battles, Jamie? You know, sometimes I forget to do those, so I don't always remember to do my daily battles. I kind of slack on those. Sometimes I do them once a day, sometimes I do them twice a day, sometimes I probably forget to do them all together, so I'm not sure how many I've done, to tell you the truth. William D says there's no such thing as too much coffee. I don't know, my man. I think there can definitely be a little bit of too much coffee going on. I think it can. But no, I got the red Wi-Fi symbol. That's never a good thing. Winpoo, coffee makes you feel nervous? I've never really had that issue that I can remember. Red Bull makes me feel crazy though. I've only had Red Bull once and I'll never have it again. It was too much. I think we were talking about that on the last live stream. I can drink coffee all day long and it doesn't bother me at all. Red Bull, on the other hand, holy crap. Alright, Jamie, yeah. I don't know how many of those I've done, but I know I slack on doing those. Thing is, you shouldn't, because sometimes they give you keys and everything else. I mean, the prizes are great. You do one quick race and bam, you're done. It's easy to forget that it's like hiding over on the left-hand corner of the map, you know? Oh boy, Infinite says Red Bull is top tier. Red Bull is scary stuff. There's no way that's good for you. That's gotta be like a health problem waiting to happen right there. I try and stay away from it. William D. Sims coming up on 2250. You're 2,250 years old, man. You're getting up there. William D. is almost a grown adult at 2,250 years old. It's like battery acid. Oh man. That stuff will kill you. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! Bam! 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 Alright. Jamie says, the only race I like to do because it's over in 10 seconds. They are fast and easy. The thing I don't like is the supply cup. That's like 25 races. It wouldn't be so bad if it was like 15 or 20, but 25 is a lot. I wish the supply cups were a little bit faster. Alright, after this one, I gotta run to the bathroom before I pee in my pantalones because my bladder's like, hey man, you need to pee. And you need to do it now, so I will be right back, everybody. I will be right back. I'm gonna play an advertisement. Please watch it. That's how us YouTubers get paid. So if you don't mind, check that out. If you run ad blockers, we lose our income. So just so you guys know, if you're running ad blockers, it does take money away from YouTubers. But anyways, I will be right back. All right, I gotta go. Okay. I'm back. I am back. Let me turn that off. In break, alright. Oh my god. William D says, drink a double espresso in Cuban coffee. I don't know if I've ever had an espresso. I've never really been into those fancy drinks. Just give me a regular cup of coffee. Ew. Ryan doesn't want to crap his pants. I don't think anybody wants to crap their pants. That would not be wonderful to crap in your pants, I wouldn't think. I'm pretty sure that would be pretty bad. That would definitely be pretty bad. All right. Where was I? Where was I? You know, according to the statistics, we lose somewhere between 20 and 30% of our income on YouTube due to people running ad blockers, which is a bummer. What's up, Knack? He says, I want to ask something. What's up, my man? Daniel A says, what about the 300 SL? What about it? What are you trying to ask about it? I'm not really sure. I don't like it, but it's not one of my favorite cars in the game. You can't get faster. Alright, so in order to make a car as fast as possible, you have to put fusion parts into that car. You know, you upgrade it to stage 5. As you get stage 6 parts, you throw those on there. And then tune the car and shift the car, and that all those things make the car faster. So if you don't restore a car, you can't tune the car, right? So Legends cars are no good until they're restored. So you never really want to lock a Legends car into any type of event, because if you haven't restored the car yet, you can't do anything with it. That's the problem. So you're pretty much, you know, if you've locked it into something, you're either going to have to, like, let's just say you locked it in the Tempest. If you got another car that's faster, you might want to spend a little gold to change cars, because it can take quite a while to restore a Legends car. You gotta sit there every day and run those little Legends trials to get parts for that car that you're restoring, and I mean, it can take, like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, couple months to restore one. I'm not really sure how long it takes per car. It was a long time ago when I did that, and I can't really recall, but I do know it took me about 1.5 years to finish Legends completely. But Legends cars are almost worthless before they're restored. He says, where do I lock in a car? Well, most of the events have lock-ins, right? Tempest has lock-ins, like all the boss races have lock-ins, the bigger events have lock-ins. Like, I'm not really sure what you're trying to do with the 300 SL, but getting stuck on this game is very normal. Everybody gets stuck from time to time, and you just have to have patience and wait till you can get what you need, right? Oh, wait. Daniel H., how are you doing today? He says, you can't buy it from the dealership. Daniel H., what are you trying to buy, man? You're trying to buy a 300 SL? That's a Legends car. You should be able to buy that. I'd imagine you need to unlock the Legends events before you can start buying the Legends cars, though. That's the thing. Pretty much all the Legends cars are buyable from the dealership, except for a couple. I mean, some of them you can't get till you run certain things to unlock them, but for the most part, once you get into Legends, you should be able to buy the majority of the cars right out of the dealership. Next is Fast and Get is 11.778. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to have the parts and the tune, right? You're not going to be able to do much with that car until you get it tunable. I mean, even if you were to get the car 100% maxed out with every single part, it's still not going to run well because you can't tune the car. But it does take a lot of patience. Yeah, you gotta sit there every day and run those Legends trials. I mean, there's a new Legends trial every single day, and those give you parts to restore your Legends cars. If you're one of those people that's not patient and you're not willing to wait, this game's gonna drive you crazy. Like, I actually learned to have more patience from this game because... Why does this keep happening? Oh, there it goes. But when I first started this game, I was always one of those people where I'm like, yeah, I want to do this now. And then I quickly learned, well, I'm either going to have to be really patient or quit playing this game. So I just decided to be patient, and I'm glad I did because I really like this game. But yeah, it's not a game you can just quickly do things, unfortunately. But it took me 1.5 years to finish Legends. It took me 2.5 years to finish Elite Tuners. It took me almost a year to finish all the boss races. So things on this game actually take a really long time. Infinite thinks the 300 SL is one of the fastest tier 2 cars. I don't know, I can actually look that up really quick and find out. Let's look. World record sheet. So the fastest tier 2 car is the 300 SL, yes. But that's only at elite level 50 when it's fully restored with all the stage 6 parts, all the fusion parts, and the correct tune. So it does need to have all the thingy-dingies and all the bells and whistles and all the parts. I'm going to tell you what, that Supra looks really nice. Really nice. I used to have that same exact paint scheme on mine, except for a slightly different color. But it was the same, like, livery and stuff, and... Knack, you're welcome, buddy. Anyway, says, if you only 4,000 or a second on, you can just keep rerunning it. Daniel H, what are we rerunning now? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Now, the only thing is, like, everything except for the final boss race, you can run a second time, right? If you run the final boss race and you lose, you will never have another chance to get that boss's car. But everything else in the game, if you lose, you get to rerun it. But never race the final boss unless you know your car is fast enough, because you won't get a second chance for that final boss race. Stack says, who is iCool? Are one of you guys iCool? I'm almost out of gas, I think. Green Viper ML300SL is maxed and it's the fastest tier car and no one wants to race it. Nobody likes it. Casper, did you disappear? I bet the game disconnected us. Gosh darn you, Donna. I'm telling you. Alright, let me go ahead and get some gas while we're at it. Alright. I think we're pretty much filled up. I think nobody wants to race half of these things, to tell you the truth. Alright, here we go. Hey, look, he's got the Dominic, the Jack Toretto car. Alright, can I beat it? I hope so. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, oh, I got a lag spike right there. And the Jack Toretto car got me, guys. I lost to Jack Toretto. No.
I
don't like
pass
it.
filter.
I don't like it. Alright, let's do a rematch. Alright, let's go do it to it. We're gonna do our race, guys and girls. Alright, time to go. 3, 2, 1, bam. Alright, he got me again. I guess he doesn't want to swap. What's up, Taz? How's your day going? Nice to see ya. Infinite says, yeah, people just like to sit in the lobbies and refuse every single race. Sometimes, though, they're not refusing. Sometimes the game disconnects and then it tells you they refused, so. Dan says, restore is only step 1. Adding the elite tokens is step 2. Patience is the answer. That is very true. That is very true. You gotta have a lot of patience in this game. A lot. Big patience, right? You need big patience. Oh no, there's another lightning. Alright, we got lightning versus lightning 1. Let's go do it to it. Here we go. Who's going to win? I think his car is probably going to destroy mine because he's in a really good live racing car. And I'm in a decent, at best, car. Yep, figured so. I thought I was going to lose. I don't know if this is one of you guys or not, but... Alright, William's singing some Guns N' Roses over there. Green Viper's got 2 911s. What are you talking about? The RWBs? They're really nice looking cars. I love the way this car looks. Like, this is probably like the best RWB, the best looking Porsche in the world, in my opinion. I love it. I love the way it looks. That wing looks amazing on that thing. Alright, we got a lamp. Okay, this car is going to be hard to beat. Is that the Evo? Yeah, the Huracan Evo is pretty darn good. I expect to get stomped into little pieces by this car. 3, 2, 1, go. If I win, they probably let me. Yeah, Jamie, $1 million's not too hard to hit. 650 is really easy to hit in my opinion. But yeah, I think if you're hitting $1 million per season, you're doing pretty decent, right? That's about what I usually shoot to hit $1 million plus per season. That's my goal, is to break $1 million every single season. And it's really not that hard to do, I don't think. I think it's pretty easy for the most part. Alright. Oh, I lost my headphone. There we go. William D says, Jamie, are you looking for a better or different team? Sounds like William D is trying to recruit you for either my crew or his crew. Jamie says, my best Porsche is the 918 Spider. You know, I love the way the 918 Spider looks. That's a great looking car. I like this thing better as far as looks go, but I really do like the 918s too. Infinite says, the guy that builds those RWBs in Japan is a legend. Yeah, you know, my neighbor owns a Porsche. It's black, like, I don't know if it's flat black or gloss black, but it's got a wing that looks almost just like that. It looks really close to an RWB. It is a really cool Porsche, but he never really drives it. He got a brand new Corvette, like custom ordered Corvette. Now he just drives that around instead of the Porsche. But I like the Porsche. The Porsche is cool as heck. I mean, the Corvette's amazing, but he got all custom colors and everything else on that Corvette. It's nice. It's really nice. Couple blocks south of us, there's some really nice houses and cars and stuff back that way. Like the neighborhood I'm currently living in, it's a pretty decent neighborhood. Like we live in the old part, but back behind us they started building all these fancy houses and stuff at some point. I'm telling you, there are some nice places back behind us. Like, it's amazing. Like, when you go walk back there, it's like, holy crap, look at these houses. At least I do. But I think when we moved into this neighborhood, there wasn't half of that stuff. Like, 90% of that wasn't back there. I think this little neighborhood had, like, a handful of streets, and now there's like this whole allotment. I don't know if it's an allotment. I don't know what you call it, but there's actually some guy that drives a GTR around. I haven't seen him in a few years, but I don't know if he lives up here, if he was just visiting, but I used to see a guy in a new GTR rolling around here all the time. There's some old guy that drives this really cool BMW. I haven't seen that in a while either. I think it was a... What was it? I forget which BMW he has. It's a really cool little BMW. He's got it set up almost like a little tuner car. It's pretty sweet. I see a lot of Porsches. I see a lot of Bumblebee type of cars. Some old school Corvettes. No one has any real muscle car. I mean, not muscle cars. You don't really ever see any supercars or anything, though. I'd probably say the craziest car I ever saw around here, though, was that GTR. Infinite, yeah, I'm sure the RWBs are insanely expensive. I mean, Porsches in general are insanely expensive, so. Infinite, yeah, I don't really know what the times are on most of those new cars, but there are a lot of new cars coming to the game. It's pretty crazy. Almost everybody in here is driving a McLaren, except for this guy here. He's in another Supra. Drew Mann's in a Supra, but I can't race him. He's busy. Oh, Legends. Somebody. Oh, that's this car again. I would love to be able to have a really nice car, but hey. As long as I got something that gets me where I need to go, that's all that matters. That's how I look at it these days. It would be nice to have some fancy cars, but you know, they're not necessarily ideal. William D says rank 100 can be done in 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, it doesn't really take too long to rank up in this game, depending on how much time you spend on it. Alright, so Dean, I don't think I ever got the F1 LM. Once I unlocked the regular F1, I stopped messing with Legends stuff completely. I don't like Legends cars, and I don't like Legends, so I stopped racing the Legends events. So I'll probably never unlock that car, and I don't really care. Pappin' Nub, have a great day, buddy. I guess you're out of here. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. What about a Volvo? You know, Volvos are supposedly really good cars. I don't think they make them anymore, do they? I know a lot of people that used to drive those things. I mean, they seemed like they were crazy reliable. Kyle says server drop. Yeah, the game loves to do that kind of thing, unfortunately. You know what, that Supra looks crazy with that particular setup on it. Look at that hood. The hood looks insane. Man, the one thing I hate about these Sony earbuds is they always fall out of my ears. They're designed, the shape, I don't know if it's the shape or the weight or what, but I've never had a set of earbuds that fall out of my ears. These ones just constantly fall out. It's awful. Oh, they still make them? Infinite says most of them, yeah, but they're made in China. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I got an old Toyota Corolla, the smaller one. Yeah, Corolla. Sometimes I get Corollas and Camrys mixed up. I think it's like 20 years old. Dean had to get that F1 LM. I get it. I'm too lazy to get it though. Actually, I don't get it because I'm too lazy to get it. I don't want to do any more Legends stuff. I'm not loving the fact that they came out with new Legends cars. I still haven't finished the event for the Mustang. I still need more elite tokens. It's redonkulous how long that's going to take to get that done. Kyle says, yes, Volvo are still manufactured by a Swedish company. You know, I don't think people, I wonder if they still sell those in the United States, because I haven't seen a Volvo in years. I thought they went out of business or something. William D says, your old Corolla is better quality than the old 25. Now, the only problem with old cars, though, is, especially when you live in a place that snows, is they rust, right? You get a bunch of rust, your frames rust out. That's the problem with old cars here in Ohio, is they will rust out eventually. You know, if they didn't salt the streets, that wouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately all the streets and the salt in the winter eats your cars up. Infinite says they're everywhere where I live. Huh. That's kind of cool, actually. 3, 2, 1, go. I haven't seen a Saab in years either. Do they still make Saabs? I haven't seen a Saab or a Volvo in probably like 30 years. Okay, it probably hasn't been that long, but it feels like it. William D says, rust builds character. Well, maybe until your frame breaks in half, or that's the problem, man. Your frame eventually will snap in half from the rust. Ah, William D does details Volvos all the time. Interesting. It's kind of cool. I guess they're just not popular around here because nobody's got them. Alright, Saab makes jets. I didn't know that. I had no idea. That's crazy. I almost bought a Saab once. I don't remember which model it was. It was turbocharged. I do know that. It was a cool car. I don't remember why I didn't get it. It was at some little used car lot down the street, and the guy seemed really weird and shady. I was like, I don't know if I trust this. It was probably a piece of crap, but some of those little car dealers are pretty cool, and some of them are really shady. You got some of them will just buy a really horrible piece of crap, do just enough to get it running, and then sell you a huge piece of crap, you know? So it's hard to trust those little dealerships. At least for me it is. William D says, Saab went away with the 9000 model. Ever see Fred Flintstone cars? No. Never seen a Flintstones car. Jamie says, Saabs are died. Oh crap, we disconnected. That's weird that all those McLarens are the same color. I wonder if that's a glitch. Infinite said, my mom had a 9-5 Arrow. I'm not sure what that is. 3, 2, 1, go. William D says, 4 aircraft engineers form Saab. Huh. Yeah, I never really knew much about those cars. They weren't very popular around here. There was only, you would see somebody driving one occasionally. William loves the WD-40. I mean the W30. Alright, back to racing the crazy looking Supra with the crazy hood. I really like that Mark IV Supra. They're pretty good. They are not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. So today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. I'm just talking to myself here. I'm thinking to myself about something. And I'm getting hungry. That's the worst part about early morning live streams, is I'm always hungry. Give me food. I need food. Alright, Jamie says Saab filed for bankruptcy and officially closed on December 19th of 2011. Huh. They seemed like cool cars. Casper says, I wish it snowed in the Caribbean. I'll tell you what, I don't like the snow, and I don't like the heat. Personally, I would like to live somewhere where it was around 70 degrees, even 50 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. That would be wonderful. Like sweatshirt weather. You know, you put on a hooded sweatshirt and you're comfortable. That's the kind of weather I like. I need to find a place that's actually like that. William D said, I missed the commercials from the night. Yeah. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come out to the big giant blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is. I remember those. My guess is that particular voice actor probably passed away or something. You know what I mean? That would be my guess. Alright, William D is singing that. I think that's a Metallica song, right? Or is that a cover, William D? Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. I like that song. I don't know if that's one of their originals or if that's a cover, but that's a good song. The first time I heard that song, I absolutely loved it. I'm like, man, that was an amazing song. Bam, 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 bam. Haha. Nah, I think there are some if you go up and live in the mountains, some countries, if you live in the right spot, it can be like 70 all year round actually. Wait, what about gun and knife shows? That song? They play that song at gun and knife shows? Now, I know somebody, or used to know somebody that lived in Seattle, Washington, and they said it barely ever got over 80 degrees. I'm like, really? I don't know if that's true or not, but supposedly weather in Seattle, Washington doesn't get that hot. I think they said Seattle, some part of Washington. William D says San Diego is 70 all year round. Huh. 50s at night. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Jamie says it's 23 in the UK today. So that's probably 23 Celsius, right? Seattle is a wasteland. Why do you say that? I think everywhere is a wasteland these days. But that's so weird that those are all the same color. Same rim, same color, same everything. 1.2 million for a 1,200 foot square house. That sounds excessive right there. Dan says, but San Diego's gonna fall in the ocean someday. Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people do. A lot of people are worried about that. There's definitely a theory that someday California will fall into the ocean. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. All right, bam. Kyle says, I'm showing my time, 97.81. 97.81? Is that how fast your car runs? 97 seconds? That is a slow time, my friend. Very slow. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we are. Bam, 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 boom, smash. Storm, how you doing today? Would I suggest the Himikuta or the Judge? What are you trying to do with it? Personally, I don't really like Legends cars in general. What was I just gonna do? I was gonna do something on my phone really quick. I don't remember what. What's the cap on RP now? I heard they've changed it. I don't know what they changed it to, but I heard they either did change it or they were going to change it, but I don't think they ever actually announced. William D says, the Judge is hard to get fusion. That is true. The Judge is very hard to get fusion parts for. Like certain brands, the rarer the brand, the harder to get parts. Now the thing is, if you've got a Golden Star car, you can always open crates with your bronze keys. But if you're trying to get parts for, if you're trying to get parts for a Purple Star car, it's horrible on some brands. But back when I was doing, back when I started the game, those part crates were not a thing. Oh, wow. That's a really cool little, not banner, but whatever you call it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they changed the RP limit to, or as far as the cap goes. Ian says 300,000 personal. William D says 350 cap. I know they said they were raising it. One thing I've noticed about this game is they'll tell you something, then they never really fully explain it or fully announce it. Hey, we're planning on doing this, and then... Ah, crap. Soundwave, we disconnected, my man. I don't know if he's still here or not. Nope, he's gone. He's gone! I'm trying to figure why I picked up my phone. Normally I don't mess with my phone during a live stream. So why did I pick it up? It must have been really important. But I don't know what it was. Green Viper thinks they raised it to 475,000 RP. Back when Zynga owned everything, Zynga used to actually announce things and explain it a little more, we'd at least get like a surefire answer on how this works or how that works. Now this game just kind of says, hey, we might do this, and that's the last you hear of it. Then they change things and they don't tell you. That's kind of a bummer, actually. Kind of a bummer. Inquiring minds would like to know, you know what I mean? We would really like to know these things. Why they don't tell us is beyond me, that's all I'm gonna say. Let us know what's going on. Inquiring minds would love to know. At least I think. But it would be really nice if they would give us details on these things. William D says, Take-Two doesn't care, shut up and buy. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like sometimes. Even like the Rookie Pass came out, right? They never explained it. They just said, hey guys, we're going to be coming out with something called a Rookie Pass. And then it came out, and they never said this is how it works. They never said, you know, you gotta do this to get the regular race pass. Like, people just had to figure it out on their own, basically. It's crazy. But they don't want to tell us. It's a bummer. I mean, I want to know these things. I don't know about you guys. But I would definitely like to know how these things work. I had all these people ask me, how does the Rookie Pass work? And I'm like, I don't know. I never had a Rookie Pass. I don't know anybody who's ever had it, and no one's ever explained it to me. And I said, neither did the game. So I used to have to tell people, I have no idea how you get the regular pass, you know. Eventually, enough reports from regular players started coming in saying you got to complete 2 Rookie Passes to get the regular one, but why couldn't they have told us that? And if they did, where did they post it? Nobody ever knew, you know what I mean? Nobody knew. We were all just trying to figure it out. It'd be nice to have that kind of information, I will say. I think most of us would really appreciate that information. At least I would think so. I could be wrong, I guess. I don't know. All right. Green Viper says, part of being in the biggest family in the game is lots of info. Yeah, Darker Knight. So yeah, there is a possibility we're going to get some sort of Trans Am as a Legends car, but I don't know. I haven't really heard much about that. That's a rumor. As far as I know, it's just a rumor. Don't know if there's any truth to that whatsoever. There might be. If there is, though, I have no idea. It would be nice to know. 3, 2, 1, go. I actually made a video about the Jack Toretto car. I'm going to release that after the stream ends. Or it might have already released. I don't remember if I scheduled it or not. I might have scheduled it for really early this morning, so it may have already released. I actually need to double check and find out and see if it did or not. Nope, it hasn't released yet. You know, the crazy thing about RP though is I don't think anybody really knows the actual limit on RP you can earn now, because they're starting to add RP bonuses onto certain cars. They're adding RP bonuses into all these different events and everything else. So there used to be like a set amount of RP a player could earn, and that was it. If somebody went over that, you knew they were cheating. Now, I don't think there's any way to truly figure out the maximum amount of earnable RP per season per player, because there's these it's crazy. It's crazy what they've done with the RP. All right, here we go. I got the yawns. William D says the top 2 teams are getting $2 billion. Sounds legit. I really don't know, but that's pretty high. $2 billion. How many is that per player? Like how many points per player to hit 2 billion? That does sound pretty excessive right there. $68 million? Yeah, that sounds impossible. That sounds completely impossible. I mean, it may be legit. I don't know. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. I wonder if there's still... They used to ban entire crews that would cheat like that. I wonder if they're still doing that or not. Honestly, I'm not sure that they are. Yeah, they used to go through and just ban entire crews for cheating. Wait, the lobby for 2 seconds? I don't think that exists. That would be a crazy lobby right there. Go in, how you doing today? Why does my live stream keep pausing? My phone keeps pausing. Is it my headphones? Do I have them in the wrong ears or something? I don't know what's going on. Infinite says, I remember the top crews used to be Dreamville. I do remember Dreamville and Elite Outlaws, and they made 170 through 200 million per season. I know a lot of players do get banned for cheating, but I don't know how some of them get away with it and don't. Oh, come on, we didn't abandon the race. The race was not abandoned. If there was a 2-second lobby, that would be just completely crazy. That would be super crazy, actually. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, Donna did it for sure. I think you're right about that. Darn you, Donna. It must be Donna. That's the only thing that would make sense is Donna one Dutton did it. Yeah, right. I'm hungry. Wait, what's the evil mascot? Donna? Donna's the evil Donna's definitely evil. She's mean, she's nasty, she's terrible, and she's evil. She steals our keys. That's what I don't like. She steals all of our keys, guys. Donna is the key stealer. Alright, so I don't see any no yawning signs anywhere, William D. Not one. I don't see one sign that says no yawning hung up anywhere. So I think yawning is encouraged. Oh, look at that old truck. That's a cool truck. I don't think I got that one. I wanted it, but I didn't get it. I don't know why, but I kind of like the primer gray color. Primer gray is a neat color. I mean, that's probably not primer gray. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it looks like primer gray. Darker nights waiting for the day when they offer RP for money. I'm actually surprised they don't already do that. William D says, that truck is crap. Well, you know, unfortunately, there are some really amazing looking vehicles in the game that are crap, but yeah, it's not a greatest thing, but I would still like to have it. I would still love to have it, even if it is crap. I would take it. Oh, I know what I was going to do when I picked up my phone. I was going to restart the live stream because it's lagging behind on my end. That's what it was. Now I remember. Let me go ahead and do that now because it's malfunctioning. Goodbye, live stream. Let me close all this out and reopen it. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. It's running a good like 30-40 seconds behind when it should be like 5 to 10 seconds behind. Ah, your dad has a Ford version in real life? That's kind of cool. David says, donators get all the races open to them. David, what do you mean? 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not sure what you're referring to, David. Donators get all the races open to them. I don't know what that means. David, how's it going today? Hope your day is going awesome. He says they get all the big RP rewards. I'm not sure what you mean by donators. You mean the people who buy things in the game? I mean the big spenders definitely have a much higher chance to earn a lot of RP. If you're spending the big bucks on this game, you're going to get a lot of respect points. Like a lot. That's if you spend all the money and then do all the events, you'll get a huge amount of respect points. The whales, yeah, the whales earn a lot. Just so you guys know, we only got a couple minutes left on the live stream, and then I get to go get some breakfast, which sounds amazing right now. My belly's like, hey, I would like that breakfast. Breakfast sounds yummy. William D says, the best cars in the game are usually free. I wouldn't say that, but I would say a lot of really good cars have been free, right? There are excellent paid cars. There are excellent free cars. So you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money to get good cars in this game, but you just have to be playing the game during a time that they're giving out the really cool stuff for free. But anybody who plays this game and keeps at it, and they log on a daily basis and does all their daily stuff, and just does enough to keep up with what they need to do, will acquire a lot of really great cars over the years. It takes a while. It definitely takes a while, but it takes a while. Oh man. Muscle spasms. I am hungry. All right. I think it's his turn to win there. Jamie says, I'm going to miss the PC event because I only have 2 million. I'm sure it's going to cost more than that to max out. Well, what, the PC event? What do you mean by PC event? Prestige Cup? Yeah, I mean, it's roughly about, it's about 7 million game cash to max out a tier 5 car. I mean, a stage 5 tier 5 car, yes. I think it's around 4.5 million or something like that to do a tier 4 car. I can't remember the exact numbers, but somewhere around there. Those cars are very expensive to upgrade. But you got to go in there and you got to grind your butt off to earn resources in this game, right? You got to get on there every day and grind. You got to at least do the daily races and then a little bit of live racing and a little bit of showdowns daily, and you can earn a pretty nice chunk of change. I mean, you should be able to make enough money to upgrade at least 1 or 2 cars every season if you play the game enough. And then people who play like for hours and hours and hours a day, those people can make a load of money in the game pretty quickly. Stacks, yeah, thanks for coming out to the stream, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for the swaps and everything else, man. It's very nice of you guys to hang out with me on the streams. Thank you. Uh-oh. And I really do appreciate everybody coming out. These streams are always fun. These streams are always super fun. All right. Green Viper says, I wish they would get rid of the Prestige Cup. I like and dislike them at the same time. I mean, I get where you're coming from. It's a really good, all right, so if you got silver keys, it's a really easy way to earn a huge amount of points to help your crew win the prize car. Therefore, I'm a big fan of the Prestige Cup. I kind of hate it because it sucks having to spend your keys and all that to get those cars out of there, but I think overall, if you're smart with your keys and you save some up, I think it's overall a good thing for the crews. So I think that's one of those things we actually kind of need to have in the game, to tell you the truth. Love it or hate it, it's kind of needed. It's a big help. Go in, says the TRX was awful, but the Porsche was fun. Yeah, that TRX was not very fun to drive. Like, it's a really cool vehicle, but it's not enjoyable to drive, in my opinion. William D says, I loved the truck. Infinite, yeah, I don't remember much about the Prestige Cups back when I first started. I wasn't really able to get the cars and do them for a while. I mean, it was probably like 2 years after I started playing this game, maybe a year and a half, that I started getting the Prestige Cup cars and doing those. So the first probably 1 to 2 years of Prestige Cups, I never really did them, so I don't remember much about those at all. But it took a really long time to be able to do those Prestige Cups. So as a brand new player, I used to waste all of my silver keys. I would just waste them on crap all the time. Then I never had any, I never got the featured cars. But once I stopped spending those for a couple of months and I saved them up, that was one of the best things I ever did in this game. It made a huge difference, actually. Kyle says the Prestige Cup is worth 300,000 in crew respect points itself, not including the other RP from anything else. Yeah, the Prestige Cup and just doing the daily races should get you to over 800,000 respect points. I mean, that's no live racing, no showdown. That's just doing the Prestige Cup and the bare minimum every day. You can earn a lot of points just doing that stuff. That's for sure. I mean, if it wasn't for the respect points, I wouldn't really even have ever bothered to do the Prestige Cup. But that respect points to help your crew earn the prize car is where it's at. That's where it's at. Alright, guys and girls, so this will probably be our last race here for today's live stream. Our time is up and I need breakfast. I'm very hungry. I'm getting hangry, to tell you the truth. Getting very hangry. I need something to eat. I'm gonna be like that thing from Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. Blah. Oh man. Feed me, Seymour. I used to like that when I was a kid. I think I saw that movie again a couple of years ago, and it didn't seem as good as I thought it was back in the day, but I used to love it as a kid. It was a great movie. All right, everybody. Alright, Infinite says the Prestige Cups used to not give away anything other than crew RP and there were no special crates. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I don't remember those. I don't remember those. That would be a pain, actually. Go in, yeah, thanks for the swaps, buddy. Darker Knight says, nowadays the PC car gives newer players a chance to be part of the championship showdown. Yeah, I mean, if you got enough keys to get the Prestige Cup car, you can, you know, at least do decent in the showdowns with that as well. So that's a good point, actually. Infinite, yeah, it was definitely an old movie. EKT, have a great day, buddy. It was awesome to see ya. Definitely was. Darker Knight says, have a good one, y'all. Darker Knight, have a wonderful day. William D says, hit that like button. We would definitely appreciate that. If you can hit that like and subscribe, that would be very nice of you. That would be very, very nice of you. So go ahead and hit that thingy dingy if you want. That would be great. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go run off and grab me something to eat because my belly's a grumbling and a rumbling. So thank you for coming out. You guys and gals are amazing. Lightning out. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. See you guys. Thanks again. You're all awesome. Bye-bye. I'm gonna make my other video go live as soon as I end this thing. All right.